Talk about the side of your head. Yo, 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 what's going on? Welcome to another episode of All Shit, I'm 40. This is your boy, Gene Lott, and we're doing something not different, but kind of unique tonight because we were not actually going to record, but we had to because it was an awesome weekend. All right, so
awesome.
Yes, there it is. You might have heard it. We got Joe via technology, via cell phone, Bluetooth, all that. He is at his humble abode, and I am at mine. Say what's up, Joe.
What's going on, podcast family? How y'all doing today? Glad to be here, Gene.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So this show, man, we just going to talk about something that's very historic in the black community and HBCU community, what we like to call the CIs. So it was the CIAA men's and women's basketball tournament week. And as you know, we are getting into tournament season. And basically, it's like the prelude to homecoming. You know what I mean? It's like the prelude to homecoming. So it's like a spring homecoming, basically. And this weekend, myself and Joe, you know, we brought the All Shit I'm 40 crew out there, and we experienced it. We experienced actually the second half of it. But we're going to get into that because this show is basically the CIAA recap. But before we begin, as you know, on All Shit I'm 40, what we do is we say what we drinking. Yes, I'm drinking during the week now, in the middle of the week.
Absolutely.
Definitely have to. And this is actually, I think, Joe, you gave this to me. All right? It's
okay, what we got?
Lost Boys cider. It's called Pura
Let's
Vida.
go.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
here we go. Woo! All right.
Ooh, love that sound.
There you go. And oh my gosh, it just looks good. Oh yeah. So I'm drinking during the middle of the week, but I'm drinking kind of healthy because this is sugar-free, gluten-free. So dry cider with pineapple comes in at 6.9% alcohol. And oh yeah, that's gonna be good. And it's in Alexandria, Virginia. Shout out to Lost Boys. What you got over there, Joe? What you doing?
Leader, I just opened up my fridge, man. It's a weekday, so I'm gonna try to get on your level. No added sugar, 100 calories, gluten free. High noon tequila seltzer, lime. That's what I'm on. And you had that beautiful sound. Let me crack mine open. There it is.
There it is. And people, it's a reason why we taking it easy during the week because we had to get a lot of time in for the short amount of time that we had. Because one thing we did realize, and Joe, you can jump in if you want, we are not as young as what we used to be, right?
Correct.
So we were not saying we were ready to go home, but we got home at a decent time. But we did push it a little bit because I know that was a rough ride for me back home. I'll tell you that much. You know, I'm gonna
tell you one thing that I was proud about. Like we got in, did what we had to do, and we got home, like I said, a responsible time safely. That's the main thing. Like
exactly.
You know, we mature and we are mature and we focus on what we tell our peers and our mentors or whatever. We focus on, hey, get home safely. You're gonna drink, get home safely. So kudos to us for getting home safely, being able to get back to our families and our loved ones.
Definitely. So I guess I'm going to just start out with how our day started because what's funny is I originally was not going to go. And Mrs. Lott was going to be on the show today, but the baby was acting a little crazy. So she got the baby and the baby's upstairs trying to get her to go to sleep. But that Friday, because CIs was going on pretty much all week. And it was some big, like me and the wife, you know, we went to Bowie State. It was some big parties on Friday. It was a day party, and then there was a Bowie State alum party. So Val took her mental health day, and literally she spent all day Friday in Baltimore. All right? So it's one of those things that we like to call in our circles, you know, I built some credit. I was like, yeah, babe, go ahead. Take that whole day. Enjoy your friends. Because they need time like us, right? Right, Joe? They need time out, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, because like man, you know what? And we talk about this on the ride up there, Gene. I
Yep.
mean, it shows the level again that level of maturity we have as husbands as fathers. But most importantly, we don't overlook the need for our significant others to have that quiet time and that time away from our house. You know what I'm saying? Because they got kids and it can be hectic. They need to get out and stretch their legs a little bit too and enjoy themselves.
Exactly.
So that's one thing that we hit on. So absolutely, when the time comes for the significant other to get out and enjoy herself, man, go for it because we're gonna get it in
Exactly.
at any chance we can get.
We're gonna get it in any chance we can get, and it's a beautiful thing when they're able to go out and not have us like being. If you're a man and you bitching at your wife going out, man, you tripping, dude. Because
Sure.
they need the time
Sure.
just as much as we do. We just like how we got blow off steam, they got blow off steam, and guess what? It makes for a better household,
Absolutely.
So she was out Friday, got back in 3 a.m. What technically got back
3 in the morning.
It was 2 a.m. But get this, Joe, that drive, man. I'm telling you, when you got to go from Baltimore and come back to Wakanda, that drive is rough, and she likes to take Route 301 coming back. I don't know why. Ain't nothing to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm asleep. I'm checking on her and everything. I'm like, yo, you all right? Where you at? Where you at? Blah, blah, blah. I see that she moving and everything. And I end up falling asleep. And then what happened is I woke up. I turned on. I was like, damn, she's still not here. So I called her, and it's like 3 something in the morning. She's like, Jane, I'm downstairs. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, you just getting in? She was like, nah, I've been in. But I fell asleep in the car in the driveway.
Wow.
I was like, wow. CIs, man. CIs. So, and guys, like I said, this is the CIAA recap show, so there's going to be a story. All right? Story time. Get your favorite beverage. Listen up. So basically, that next day, right, Joe? No, you sent the text out earlier during the week, right? You was like, yo.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I think I sent a text out like on Tuesday, Wednesday. It was like, hey, anybody going up to Baltimore for CIAA? So I had to, and I'm glad that's a good segue. I actually had never been I've been to CIAA. I've never been since it's been up here in Maryland. So I was really trying to get a filler out there to see who was going to go up to the Charm City, you know what I'm saying? Right. So we can just make some plans or whatever. So, we put a filler out there, and I'm glad we got a chance to get into it, man.
Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up, Joe, because for those of you who don't know, traditionally, well, first and foremost, the CIAA is the oldest black athletic conference in the nation. Oldest and first. And what happened is traditionally the tournament was down in Charlotte. It was always, down south. So I would say this is like the second or third year. They moved it up to Baltimore.
Was the first year.
Yeah, they moved it up to Baltimore. And people were kind of salty. Like, man, like if you ever been to it when it was in Charlotte, it was amazing. And we was talking about this, Joe. You can walk to everything. Everything was there. You had the day parties. Matter of fact, we believe this is where the day party originated, CIAA tournaments. Because that's what was going on. I can believe that. Yeah, that's when the real day party as we know it, the brunches and everything, we feel like that's where it originated, CIAA tournament. So they made the decision to move up to Baltimore, because Bowie State is the only Maryland school in the CIAA. It's the only school really up north in the CIAA. Well, we got a couple. It used to be Cheney and all like that, but really, so they made the decision, and it didn't take well. But I tell you, this year, I got the feeling like it was Charlotte, Joe. I got the feeling like it was Charlotte.
I was going to get to that. When I had a chance, but I don't want to steal your thunder. So keep going. You're right where I need to be, man. Keep going. Yes. And when you pass it to me, I want to kind of echo on something right there. I'm gonna place a pin on that for a second.
So we're gonna bring it full circle. So Joe put the feelers out there. Now I had all intentions Saturday. Shout out to my cousin Brandon and his wife. They're expecting their first child. We went to their baby shower up in Silver Spring, and I had all intentions to, because the wife was like, hey, go to Baltimore, go hang out, be with your friends and stuff. because I haven't been to homecoming in 3 years. And last time I was at homecoming, it was before COVID. So COVID happened, didn't go. They did a homecoming off campus, I didn't go. And then we had the baby. So it's been like 3 years, right? So
wow.
Val was like, yo, go see your folks, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah. Dune 2 just came out. I'm going to go to the movies. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to just have a dad day. That was my intention. It was all rainy and stuff. But I kept looking back at Joe's text, man. I was like, I can't let my man go up there by himself, man. I can't. We could all party by ourselves. But I was like, man, he going to my home jump.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same,
man. It ain't the same.
He going to my home conference. Joe at A&T, he an Aggie. It was Aggie love up there. We had everybody up there.
For sure.
Everybody was up there. So I hit Joe up. I said, Joe, I'm going. I'm rolling. And then it just so happened, shout out to my man Terrence Stafford, shout out AKA Money. I hit him up. Money hooked us up with a table. He was doing a day party. We was trying to find something to do. It was like, all right, we're gonna find something to do. And hit up Money. Money was like, hey, I'm gonna hold y'all table. I got you. We got up there, picked up Joe. We all nice, smelling good, got the brush, everybody looking good,
Yes, sir. Yep.
We parked.
Black excellence.
So I would say this, and Joe can attest, as soon as we got to the city, you felt the energy.
Absolutely.
What was the first thing we saw on the map, Joe? It was traffic.
Yeah, oh yeah. Look, we had to go 2 miles, and it said it was going to take us 20 minutes to go 2 miles.
20 minutes to go 2 miles.
We could 20 minutes. We was like, man, we about to get out and walk. And then we was like, yeah, we glad we didn't do that. But the city had a great buzz, and you felt that as you was entering into the city. You felt the energy. You could tell that, that week had been good.
Yep.
And one thing real quick, Dean, I want to say is for the city of Baltimore, man, it looked like the city had a good time. You're saying, like, even the people that wasn't a part of an HBCU experience or, did not even attend a game, it's a good look for the city to have an event like this come to your area. And, we're stimulating the economy. We put money into the economy. And one thing that I was going to talk about, I didn't see no drama. It was all love, man.
And Joe, I'm glad you said that because literally it was all love. And we were going to other schools' hotels because everybody had these lobby parties going on.
Absolutely.
And it was all love because it was all black colleges. Everybody had something in common. It wasn't no beefing. None of we saw. It was literally all love. So we're driving into the city and we're trying to get to our spot. We got our table and stuff at. We go by, what was it, Joe? Port Discovery?
Yep.
Cranking.
It was. Hey, we almost got out the car.
Almost got out the car. We had the windows down. We put the windows down.
Yep.
Roll by Port Discovery. All you hear is just hear drums.
They was getting busy in there.
They was getting busy.
It was sound like a good time.
And I saw the pictures on Instagram the next day. That jump was packed. It was packed.
Oh yeah. No, I could see pockets of like people, as we was passing by. I was like, oh man, I know it's a good look. So what though? All honesty, all that means is, if it's back in Charles City in 2025, we got it. We got plans.
Which it is. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
I'd love to get over there just to, mix and mingle and see, in that environment, outdoor environment, barring the weather is going to be, hopefully in good shape. But no, man, but I don't want to take away from that day party we went to, man. We had a good time.
We getting there. So we finally get to the day party, y'all. Like I said, CIAA recap, story time. Pull up your favorite drink with your man Joe Brickhouse, Gene Lott. All shit, I'm 40. So we pull up we get parked and everything. We walked in at the perfect time because it wasn't too crowded yet. It was just opening up, you know what I'm saying? We got our table and right then and there, me and Joe was like, all right, man, this is going to be the start. Like we're going to start here. We're going to get good. And then what we say, Joe? Beer the rest of the night.
Beer the rest of the night.
But that ain't happen. That did not happen.
That did not happen. But we had a plan, though.
We had a plan. We went in there with a plan. So, we got God, what were we drinking? Julio, right?
Don
Julio. Don Julio, right? Funny thing happened. Joe can explain that. With the glasses.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we had a unique situation as we got there. So of course, it's me and Gene sitting at the table. The waitress brings over the bottle of Don Julio on the ice in the bucket. You know how it is when you get bottle service. She did not bring any chaser.
No chasers.
No chaser. All she brought was 2 shot glasses and some lime. Me and Gene looked at each other like, who do she think we are?
Exactly. And I mean, it wasn't like 2 pieces of lime. It was like
it was like several limes to continue to take shots. Now, you know us as the black men that we are, we attempted.
We accepted the challenge.
we took quite a few shots before we got those tasers in us, but you know what I'm saying? And then we realized, all right, let's continue. It's a marathon, right? We don't want to tap out too soon. So that's when we politely asked for some pineapple juice and some grapefruit juice to kind of, have a nice.
Which I will admit,
for our Don Julio.
The grapefruit juice was vicious.
Oh yeah, that's my go-to. I had never tried the straight pineapple juice. Mm-hmm. It's okay, but that grapefruit juice it sets a different level, man.
That grapefruit juice do something different.
It sets it off. So yeah, in hindsight, we probably wouldn't have made it to those hotel lobby parties had we continued to take shots of that Don Julio.
Yeah.
I know we were 3 shots in, and it looked like we hadn't even touched that bottle. I was like, oh, yeah, this is about to be a long night.
Facts. Because we were feeling it. Mm-hmm. Definitely had the water. And then...
what was the highlight? Outside of that, those drinks, G, what was the best thing we had there?
The damn burrito. That's what I was about to get to.
The burrito.
The goddamn burrito. Shout out to the spot. It was called
like that.
What's the name of the spot? I gotta shout them out.
No, look. Guess what I'm doing right now as we talk. I'm looking right now to see because I think let me see. I think I got the receipt or something. So let me see.
I'm trying to Google because I'm telling y'all the burrito, man. Good Vibes Cantina.
That to my to-do list.
Good Vibes Cantina. Yep.
Good Vibes. That's it.
Good Vibes
you know what?
Cantina.
It was on the we had the RSVP for it. So yeah, I could have looked at my email. That's exactly what it was.
And I'm telling you, that burrito, and we had the steak. Oh boy! And then we had wings.
That was fire.
Yep. The wings were okay. The wings were good, but the burrito.
Wings was good.
Yeah.
The critical thing was we drank a little bit of water. We put some food in our stomach, and we was able to, get into that second gear as we headed to the hotel lobby party.
Exactly. So by this time, Cantina. I done messed up the name of the spot. The spot.
Good vibes. Good vibes. Shout out to
Good Vibes. Shout out to Good Vibes.
Over there.
The spot was packed. You had some young folks. You had some older folks. And I got this rule. I put it on Facebook. I said, the same thing applies during homecoming. I don't remember your name. Just dap me up. Don't put me in a position to try to let me sit there and remember your name. I'm glad you remember mine. Thank you. But don't put me in a position to I gotta remember your name. I got dapped up by a guy. Excuse me, I'm burping because this cider is good. Shout out to Lost Boy. I got dapped up by a guy. We about to get ready to leave. Yo, G, what's going on, man? You look good. I'm like, bro, I don't know who you are. Don't know how you know my name, but I appreciate it. Man, I'm about to go there. I'm about to go to that alum party, that lobby party. I'm like, okay. So that applies on CIs too. I'm gonna dap you up. So we get in the car and we're ready. We're lit. All right, we're glowing. We got burrito in our belly, tequila in our stomachs, and we get over to the lobby party. Found parking and everything. Perfect parking right across the street. And shout out to Baltimore Police Department. Very nice.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
They knew what time it was.
Helped us get across the street.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Held traffic for us. Yeah, it was a good look.
Held up traffic for us. It was a very good look. Told us where we needed to go. Knew Absolutely. Where the parties were. Yep. Knew exactly where the parties were. So we get down there, and just like what Joe said, man, it was all love, bro. Like you walk into the hotel, everybody's smiling. You got your Greek folks. Everybody was just there, and everybody was just happy. And you had, again, so many people from different schools. Like we met some Aggies. Like I said, shout out to North Carolina A&T, man. Y'all everywhere.
Sure.
Like, y'all everywhere like roaches.
For
man.
sure.
Jesus.
Yep.
I'm gonna get some hate off of that.
Yep.
But y'all everywhere.
Nah, I'm gonna stop you real quick. You know what? A&T represents a lot, right? We represent anywhere we go. We're gonna be deep. The one thing that people got to realize with A&T in particular is our own conference from a basketball perspective. When we were in the MEAC, it's no comparison.
It's terrible.
To CIAA versus
it's terrible.
It's terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you can drive an hour and 15 minutes from Greensboro to get to Charlotte, where most of the CIAA schools are in North Carolina, and it's again, like you hit on it earlier, it's almost like an extension of homecoming or the pre, what I'm saying, like the pre-homecoming, because you're gonna get in touch with some people, you're gonna people are gonna be telling you where they partying at, and that's always gonna be a good time. So I do want to ask you, Gene, we're gonna say this towards the end of the show, pros and cons of North Carolina versus Baltimore. So be thinking about that as we go through this, all right?
That's a good one, Joe.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna start it off, and when we get to that, and then I'm gonna get your take on it. So you'll get it from a CIAA alum, and then you'll get it from a non-CIAA alum. All right. So
that's a good one.
Like I said, so when we get into the CIAA, yeah, most of my friends that went to NT lived in Charlotte, right, or were from Charlotte, and so it was like coming home for them, right, and nothing but love always. So we love our CIAA schools. We love our CIAA alum, and it's always going to be nothing but love when the Aggies show up, right? So that's why you have that, because North Carolina, and we're going to represent
definitely
whatever Black event is going to be going on in our state, and that's why you have such a big presence for A&T in particular.
And I feel like, Joe, because I've heard more than one person say this. I've heard a lot of people actually say it too. The CIAA tournament, shit, is better than the ACC tournament. It's better than a lot of the different tournaments that are going on with all the PWI conferences and stuff.
Bro, listen, the ACC tournament is in DC. It starts next Tuesday. I'm going to go to a basketball game, but we're not going to no parties or, you know what I'm saying, or to no events or nothing like that. No, we're going to go up there and just go to a game, right? And that's like the biggest difference that I see from where I'm at. Like, I didn't go to an ACC school. I'm a fan of some ACC schools. Like, I'm from North Carolina, I like the University of North Carolina, so I'm going to go see them play. I don't necessarily think I would go to a CIAA game, but I'm going to go to a CIAA party. You understand?
And from what I heard, and I've been to a couple of CIAA games during the tournament. The games be lit too, because there's tradition in the games. Yeah.
I know what the atmosphere is for a HBCU game, right? I know that for a fact. But and I think that if I went to a CIAA school, I probably would go to a game. But it's just, what I'm saying, I like the fact that, we can go out and mix and mingle with young professionals, some students, current students that are in college, and some alumni, and have a good time, no matter what school you represent.
Exactly.
And you talked about the various parties that we hit on. You're going to get into a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
The fact that someone from, and I'll say Elizabeth City State, can party with somebody from Bowie State, that's all good, man. That's love right there.
And took pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the one thing that you're not going to get when you get into like the ACC schools or, the SEC school. Is you're going to go to a bar that's a Texas bar, or it's a Maryland bar,
right?
And it ain't nobody else going to be in there but those particular fans. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny you say that, because Tommy, Tommy went to University of Kentucky. Shout out to Tommy Benz, friend of the show. He went to Kentucky, and they have a Kentucky bar in DC, and it's just straight up all Kentucky alums.
That's it.
And they come up there, and that's where they watch the games at. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what you said, Joe. It's like, dang. Nobody else coming in. Yeah.
It was a really good. It's good to see, you know what I'm saying, various, you know, collegiate schools getting together and partying. And again, the one thing that I will always hit on is drama free. And like I said, I was up there for that one day, and that's all I can speak to. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that we was up there and able to get in and have a good time and enjoy ourselves without any drama, without any, you know what I'm saying, people hating on you no matter where school you went to.
Yep.
I think it's clear now that we all are alike in so many aspects. You know what I'm saying? No matter what school we went to, my struggle is pretty much your struggle. You see what I'm saying? So it don't really matter because we all going through the same thing. So once we can, man, you know how powerful this thing can be, man?
Super powerful.
If we ever, you know what I'm saying, get over certain hurdles as a race.
Yep.
But no, it was good. It was good.
And Joe, just to expand on what you said about how safe it was and how drama free it was, there were plenty of kids out at a late period of time with their parents, and their parents felt safe enough. You know, that was one thing I peeped. It was plenty of kids still out with their parents and stuff experiencing that. Which shout out to those parents giving them that experience at such a young age. And then that's another thing I like about the CIs is that during the day they have so many family activities, that you could bring your kids to. You know what I mean? Like they have so much family stuff. You know, they got the cheerleading competitions. They got a whole bunch of stuff that they got going on during the day that you could bring your family out to, and then you can go party at night. You know what I mean? So
I think they even had a step show going on, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Even step show, right? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
That's fun. I remember going to step shows that before I went to NT, and I thought that was like the best thing. And I ain't know nothing about no sorority or no fraternity, man. But it was a good look, you know, be entertained by the steppers and stuff at those particular events. So
exactly. And you know, again, it was just beautiful. So we're gonna wrap up the story, but we get to the hotel, and like I said, the party was free. Now, one thing I didn't know, and I should have known, but I didn't know because the last time me and Val had went to the lobby party, I did not have to pay for drinks, but I paid for drinks. And I realized, why did he give me all these tickets? He took my money as a tip.
Yeah.
So I was like, now I know I was drunk because I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have to pay for tips.
Don talking to us at that point.
Yeah. We were gone because we were making our rounds. Definitely a lot of people was happy to see me. You know, I was introducing Joe to all my folks and stuff, you know. It was just a lot of people there, saw coaches, friends and stuff, lifelong friends, and the music was just pumping, you know.
Yep,
the music was pumping. I mean, if we were tracking our steps, we really got our walks in, you know what I mean? Really got our walk in. And did we eat again, Joe? I felt like we sat down and ate again.
Yes, we did. We ate in the lobby of the hotel.
Shit.
We sure did. Yep, we got some more wings in the Hilton. We sure did.
Because I was tripping.
I was left your bag.
Yep, because that's when I left my bag. I left my cigar bag. And I was tripping because I was like, I know I wasn't that gone, but I can't remember. But I felt like we ate again.
Yeah. I actually forgot about it until you just mentioned it. Yeah. So let me say something real quick, Dean. So first of all, shout out to BSU. You know, and I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying it because you went there, or Val went there. I genuinely enjoyed the fact that everybody that you introduced me to knew not only you, but knew your wife.
Yep.
Right. And for me, you know, as a husband, as a father, that speaks a lot because it's like you can get out and have a good time and be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, she went out the night before and she probably got some of those saying, hey, where Gene at, blah, blah. But the fact that, you know, the family, your school family understands that your family comes first and they understand to ask about the well-being of each other.
Exactly.
I think that's a really good look, man. And
definitely.
So I really shout out to you and the wife, and just shout out to the BSU family for, you know, saying just being respectful from that matter of we're asking about you and asking about her at the same time. And I thought that was really classy on almost every person that you introduced me to asked about her. So
to a person. And I mean, this is when people were drinking and was still like, yo, Val was here last night, man. Yeah, it was definitely love, man. It was definitely love.
And then, then of course they showed A&T some love too and talked about homecoming and stuff like that. So,
they did. We had a couple of G-Ho conversations going on, so shout out to all my A&T folks, but we definitely did have some G-Ho conversations.
Happen, right? You already know where this is going. You already know where this is going. You got to get down there, and when we get back from a G-Ho, we're gonna have another podcast.
We gotta have a G-Ho. We gotta have a G-Ho recap.
And I'm gonna ask you what you think, man. We're gonna get some honest critique going on about homecoming, man. But no, for sure. Straight up to the family, the BSU family. I actually felt like I was a part of something when I was in there, and like I said, that's no cliche there. It was really good look. The ballroom was set up real nice. They had food in there too, if I'm not mistaken. James.
Yeah, they did have food. We skipped all that, bro.
We skipped all that. That's how. Yeah.
And what I liked is
eat food. They had free food.
They had free food, and they had food because they knew that people were drinking, and they had chips and stuff out where you could just grab some chips, grab some popcorn, feed the beast. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of people being responsible.
Shout out to the alum, and I would say even the current students that whoever helped participate in planning these school hotel parties or events. Kudos to y'all, because from what I can see across the board, it was a lot of planning that was involved into it, but the turnout was great.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to everybody that was on the planning committee for these respective CIAA events.
Definitely. So shout out, and I'm gonna definitely shout out, Skelly, who's helping out with them. All of the BSU Alum Association, all of our different alum associations that helped put that together. Shout out to our president, who actually had the forward vision to take this out there. And just shout out to everybody again, just like what Joe said, that helped put this together and helped made this such a successful tournament, and one that benefited the city of Baltimore, financially, and just it gives them a good light, you know what I mean? Because everybody has something to say about Baltimore, but I can tell you this, man, look, streets were clean. Like Joe said, it wasn't no issues.
City was charming, bro.
Yeah, the city was definitely charming,
That's all I'm gonna say.
And definitely, if you're from out of town, and there was a lot of people from out of town, I'm sure they saw that. You know what I mean? I'm definitely sure they saw that. So I put some. Oh yeah, I put some feelers out there. But I know we decided to do this show like last minute because I wanted to get some other people's perspectives and stuff on, definitely on, the tournament and everything. So I haven't had anybody hit me up yet, but I'm going to go to Old Faithful real quick. I'm going to see if Val could answer the phone and see if she can tell us about Friday night. All right, so hold on, Joe.
Absolutely. All right. And while you doing that, I went and while you did that, I'm gonna go ahead and Google. I went and Googled the results of the basketball games on the women's
so we can share that. We can share that.
Yep.
All right, so let me see if I can.
Let
me see if I can call her real quick. Hold on. Okay, it's ringing, y'all. It's ringing.
Hello.
Hey, Val, you're live on the show. Let me put Joe on.
Sure.
You're live on the show, babe.
Hi.
Joe?
I'm here. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. How are you, sir?
I cannot complain at all.
All right, so
get this baby to sleep.
I know, just real quick, babe.
With her, she's trying to get the baby to sleep.
I know she's trying to get the baby to sleep, but it's okay. Joe, give us the results of the tournament, and then Val,
all right,
let us know how your experience was on Friday, real quick. So go ahead, Joe.
Shout out to Fayetteville State women's basketball team. They won the CIAA tournament for the 2024 school year. And shout out to Lincoln University, Pennsylvania. I didn't know that. Lincoln University
won?
On the men's side.
Yeah.
Lincoln won on the men's side. Listen, and guess what? Guess who they beat? Fayetteville State. So Fayetteville State actually had a chance to win the men and the women. It looked like it was a close game on both accounts, but Lincoln University on the men's side and Fayetteville State on the women's side. Shout out to those respective schools.
Wow. Lincoln. Man, they can't ball in football, but they up and coming, but they can ball in basketball. That's good stuff.
Well, congratulations to both teams.
Wow. All right, Val, you got the floor.
Hold on, D.
Hold
Hold on. You just made me think of something.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
What?
Everybody that's listening, let me tell y'all something about my brother G.
Oh, man.
Every time we mention another school other than Bowie State, this man had to talk about how they bust their ass in bad football.
Yeah, that I did do a lot of that. I did a lot of shit talking Saturday.
I'm like, let's go over here to Liberty City State. G walked into the Liberty City State party talking about, oh, yeah, what year you graduate? Oh, yeah, we bust y'all ass that year.
Well,
babe, it was the tequila. It was the tequila talking.
Oh, he blamed it on tequila. Terramana, that's what you were drinking all night.
Hey, cause Joe, I sure as hell was asking, what year did you play? Oh yeah, we kicked your ass. Man, if I kicked your ass personally.
Right. He know all the stats from 2001 to 2006. I can't remember my Chipotle order. You still can't remember my Chipotle order.
Get him.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get your Chipotle order right one of these days.
Whatever.
Well, babe, you got the floor. We shouted you out earlier in the show about you took a mommy day, you spent time with your girls, and y'all tore up Baltimore on Friday. Tell us about your experience. Tell us about your experience at the two parties on Friday. All right, I'm gonna go on mute. The floor is yours.
Oh my God. So listen, this was in the making, I guess, about a month ago. And shout out to my girls, my Bowie State girls, Baltimore crew. One of them in particular, little mama, was like, hey, that's our party girl. She's like, hey, we're going to hit up this day party. Wait, before then, we're going to go to this Thursday party. And I was like, yo, I can't do 2 nights in a row. I can give you one day. So she's like, all right, so we're going to do the day party. It was a ditch day. It started at noon where people, just ditch work, show up, have fun. And that was like a all CIAA situation. It was cool. We got a table, so we definitely, was chilling at a table, drinks, hanging out with the girls.
What were y'all drinking?
So I'm not a Reposado girl, and that's what they were drinking. So I had a little bit of that and cranberry juice. Other than that, it was some type of tequila.
Time out. Yo, tequila was the drink of the weekend, Joe. Everybody was drinking tequila.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? I'm so glad that I did not drink any bourbon that weekend. So,
that was
yeah. So I took a break from bourbon. Thank you, Gene, for putting me on that tequila. It was well worth it, man. I felt good that next morning waking up. For real. I felt good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, so we were partying there. We went there for like 3 hours, chilling. Then we went to a little spot for dinner. And then we transitioned to the Bowie alumni party. And that's where our homeboy, which is Natalie's husband, DJ Be Easy, he did all the homecomings and parties back in the day at Bowie. So it just felt like I was back in college. Like, shout out to class of 2004. But anyway, we were just jamming, having fun, seeing all our old friends and, homies and things of that nature. And it was just a good vibe. Like, it just really reminded me of homecoming, every year. And some people I haven't seen in a while. So it was all a great just vibe. Everything was just all love. And, at Bowie, it's like, we are our family. That's just how it is. And so it just was love. I got to see my professor who mentored me and gave me my first job right out of college. And so that's always a great time to see her. She poured into me and she continues to pour into those students. So shout out to Dr. Green. And then it was just lovely. Like, I just had a really good time. I didn't get home till 2:15 in the morning. Well, I got home at 2:15, pulled up the driveway, right? Pulled up to the driveway, and then I woke up. It was 3 o'clock, and I didn't get out the car. So it's like 45 minutes, I'm sleeping in the car, and Gene called me like, are you okay? Where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm at the house, but I just didn't get outside of my car. So it was love. I mean, I was tired because I was definitely acting like I was somebody 20-year-old back in the day.
She was a trooper. I'll give her that. She was definitely a trooper.
It was all love.
No drama right now? No drama?
Oh, absolutely no drama. It was all love. And even at the day party, it was still love. Like, it was kind of like a high school reunion. Because I saw, my wonderful Western Dove. Shout out to Western High School, the best, only all black, not all black. I'm so sorry. It's an all girls school. The majority probably are. And so had that love. So even at CIAA, the day party, it was from all over. Like it definitely was people from Baltimore, North Carolina, Virginia. So I saw a lot of my Baltimore people. So it was no drama. It was just all love. It was just like black excellence. Like, from different walks of life coming together for a cause of just being together, no drama, celebrating HBCUs from North Carolina up to Lincoln, up to Pennsylvania.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
Cool.
Well, all right,
I had those same experiences, Val. It was a good look.
Yeah, because that's why I want to hear from Joe. Like, what are your thoughts? Because I know you Aggie all day, right?
No,
so
hey, you gotta listen to the podcast. He already shared his thoughts.
Yeah, you gotta listen to it, but I'll give it to you in a quick rundown. It was good. The two things that you hit on, we mentioned, we literally said black excellence about 30 minutes ago. You just said it, and you hit on something. The last thing you said, family atmosphere, and that was one of the things I wanted to just bring home. I did have that homecoming vibe. I had that, like. It really didn't care. They really didn't care what I had on or what school I was representing. It was like, hey, bro, come on up in here, get you a drink, let's party, have a good time. So,
absolutely.
And let me tell you something though. My big takeaway is I've been up in Maryland for over 15 years now. I have yet to go to a Bowie State homecoming. So I'm going to homecoming this year. Put it in the book. I'm gonna be there.
We said that.
It's gonna be a
I'm honorary. I'm an
honorary Bulldog.
Bulldog, baby. I'm gonna be there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And listen, it's going to be a problem because, Mr. Lott hasn't been on homecoming, but 3 years?
3 years.
That's why I'm going to be there with him. I got to be there.
It's going to be a problem.
And Joe is perfect because we already said we're going to do an episode of y'all are listening to All Shit I'm 40, and we're going to have All Shit I'm 40 at homecoming this year.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be live from Bowie State homecoming 2024.
Can't wait.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta come through, Joe.
Exactly.
So yeah, I appreciate the love, but I'm gonna go ahead and get your daughter.
All right, babe. Thanks. Appreciate you coming on.
Good night.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. One more thing I forgot to say. So listen, I know a lot of individuals who went to other CIAA schools from North Carolina, Virginia, and a lot of times they wasn't showing love. They really like it back in North Carolina. So like, no, I'm not going to Baltimore. I think they should try it. Try it at least 1 year. Because I'm telling you, like that Thursday party, it was lit from what I heard, from what I saw on social media. So they really just need to give Baltimore a try. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. You went to those schools, still celebrating those schools. I think they should just do it. Don't just really pigeonhole yourself and just say, hey, I'm used to it being in North Carolina because those are where all the schools pretty much are, Virginia, North Carolina. But listen, you need to come up, 95. And let's show you how to be more get down.
You and your husband are joined at the hip because that's exactly some of the things that he said earlier. Like how people were knocking it because the name Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. It's some rough spots down in Charlotte that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? It was a good look. Baltimore is a beautiful city. And if you don't bring the violence there, it's gonna be a good look. And like I said, the theme of what everybody been saying tonight, we was all on one accord. We was all out there ready to have a good time with no drama. And it seems like it was a successful weekend for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. It's a time for you to go back to when how you felt and how you kind of were in college. But I also love the atmosphere that they had the family aspect on Saturday. And listen, I was out in these streets all Friday, so I couldn't make it Saturday where they have like the family event. So,
babe, we are so much on one accord because I mentioned all of this.
Oh, for real?
Yep. It's okay. It's all good. You came in and fact checked, so this is what we needed.
Right, absolutely. Well, you guys have a great evening.
Good night.
And I will talk to you soon.
I love you, darling.
All right, have a good night.
Love you.
Bye.
All right, see you, Joe.
See you later. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, Dean. So, what do you think about the pros and cons? Now, I can go first if you want to get your thoughts on it. But let's get into the pros and cons of Baltimore versus Charlotte, because I think that's like a good segue from where she did.
All right, cons.
All right,
you really can't walk to everything like you could in Charlotte.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
a little bit more expensive being up north.
Okay.
And really, to me, that's about it. Oh, yeah, and the lack of hotels.
So lack of hotels in Charlotte or in Baltimore?
In Baltimore. I feel like it was more hotels in Charlotte than it was in Baltimore.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the things about Baltimore versus, I'm gonna keep it on that hotel standpoint. I think you can get from hotel to hotel in Charlotte. It's a little bit more accessible.
Right.
Versus, and I think the only two hotels that we saw was like the Hilton and then the Marriott was right across the street.
Yep.
But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like where we went to our day party at versus where the Hilton was, we had to drive, right? From Charlotte, for the most part, when the epicenter was like popping in Charlotte, you can go park your car and just get to where you need to get to, and you ain't have to move it, or catch an Uber or whatever downtown and or uptown if they stay in North Carolina, you know, you get from there. But no, I agree with you on that, and definitely, I think you're going to have that expense aspect. People forget they're not in North Carolina anymore.
Yeah, and that's another thing. People forget that it's not North Carolina no more, and you got to catch that Uber, and everybody's nice, but everybody's not as nice.
Yeah. Well,
Joe, I got a quick
crab cake. And you want to have a drink, and then you look at that tab, be like, "Oh, this ain't it.
This ain't it. This crab cake got filling in it. Don't got no filling in it." Joe, we actually got somebody that all right. They said, "Oh, I'm not ready." Hold on. It's audio.
But all right. While you thinking about that, I will say this though. One of the pros that I've seen for this whole, I don't want to say experiment about it moving to Baltimore, but don't get me wrong, I'm biased to North Carolina, right? I'm always going to say, yes, it needs to be in Charlotte. Just because, again, most of the schools are there and all that, those different aspects. But I do like the fact that they show that they can take this show on the road and still be successful.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And I think that's a positive, not just for us as consumers of this particular event, but the people, again, in cities like Baltimore, that can have this revenue come in. And maybe you need to go to Richmond or something like that when you're for the Virginia State.
Richmond would actually be good. I'm telling you, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So one of the pros that I took away from it was, okay, we've shown success at the Baltimore level. Ultimately, I do want him to go back to Charlotte. But, you know, maybe moving it around every 3 years is not a bad idea. Now, we're not on nobody's committee or nothing like that. But I would like for them to show Virginia some love and get down to, like I said, the Richmond area for those respective schools down there. And that's like the halfway point for North Carolina and the Maryland PA schools.
And like I said, if they do that, man, Richmond would not be a bad spot because, again, Richmond gives me those Charlotte vibes. Because when I went to when me and TC went to Virginia State homecoming, we stayed in Richmond. But a lot of the parties and stuff that they had for Virginia State's homecoming wasn't in Petersburg, but was actually in Richmond. And, you know, that's when I got introduced to the Bottoms. Shout out to anybody who lived in Richmond. You know, the Bottoms, man. There's a lot of nice bars down there, but I see why they call it the Bottoms, you know, and TC can tell you about that, man. But we went to some nice parties up there, you know what I mean? Granted, stuff closed early because it's still down south. They got to fix that, you know what I'm saying? But Richmond could definitely be a nice spot for the CIAA tournament. And you got VCU right there, too. And, I mean, you got Union right there. It would be bomb. And they got a couple of breweries down there for us beer drinkers, you know. So it definitely.
You know, we're gonna find us a brewery to go to. Now.
Oh yeah, definitely. So any parting words, Joe? Because I mean, basically, it was a good day. It was a good evening.
Yeah. So yeah,
we had fun.
I'll sum up my point, and then I'll turn it back over to you. So
go
you can have your closing remarks. Like I said, for overall the day that we spent up there, nothing but love. Again, I appreciate the hospitality that was shown. On behalf of Bowie State University, definitely got a new respect for the school and the people that attend and graduated from that particular university. And shout out to Baltimore again. Shout out to Baltimore for hosting the event. Shout out to the CIAA committee for, just planning and doing all that good stuff. Shout out to the party promoters. Always got to give y'all some love. And just, yeah, man, just the fact, anytime we can get together to race and enjoy ourselves and do the things the right way, man, I'm all in. I'll continue to support CIAA until I leave this earth, as long as it's done in a classy manner like it was done in this particular weekend. And I look forward to, attending the Bowie State homecoming, man, so we can get out there and just, again, just pick up on these relationships that you was able to put in front of me for introducing me to people. Sky's the limit, right? I may end up needing somebody from Bowie State, and vice versa. They may end up needing me for something in the future. So that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, and that's the Black college experience in a nutshell.
Exactly.
Ultimate networking. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep. Hey man, thanks to you for hosting me and let me hang out with you, man. It's not easy for somebody that didn't go to a school to be invited to a particular party, because you almost like that third wheel, right?
Right.
Like, you're not gonna know anybody, you're not gonna know the slogans, you're not gonna know what we say when the music come on or anything we do. But I appreciate you for showing the brother some love, man, and come let me hang out.
Oh man, no problem, Joe, no problem. And right before I give my recap real quick, the only thing I didn't see happen, and it probably happened, but we were probably busy raising glasses, was they didn't do the swag surf.
Swag surf, yeah. You're right.
I didn't see the
like
swag surf,
man.
You got to do that, and usually they do it. That's a staple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, my recap, first and foremost, I got to go to Jiho now.
Yep.
That was made abundantly clear. So, because Joe's going to come to a Bowie State homecoming, I got to go to Jiho. All right, so
man, I'm ready for this.
For those of you who don't know what Jiho means, it means, what is it? Greatest homecoming on earth.
Greatest homecoming on earth, baby.
Yeah, and that's North Carolina A&T. Shout out to the Aggies. But so Joe's gonna finally, and I can't believe Joe never been to a Bowie State homecoming. That's wild. So he gonna get the experience.
That's a shame, ain't it?
It's a shame. He gonna get the experience. He gonna come with the Bowie State tailgate squad. That's the group I belong to. That we brought the tailgating experience to Bowie State campus. Now everybody tailgates, but we still have the ultimate tailgate. But I would say this weekend, man, I'm glad I actually made the decision to go, because I haven't seen my Bowie State family in years. I see off and on social media and stuff if I'm out somewhere, but to see everybody together, man, it always fills up the love tank. You know what I mean? And it just makes me proud of the school I went to, the school I graduated from. I graduated from that motherfucker. Yes. I didn't just attend, y'all. I graduated. I'm proud to say that. But I'm just glad I went. You know what I mean? And it just puts a lot of things into perspective, because life is short, and a lot of times we don't get to see our friends and stuff happens. You know what I mean? And just like Joe said, it was an awesome experience. There was no drama. No drama at all. It was one point at the bar. I'm with an Aggie, because again, I don't know where all these Aggies came from. We up there and we took a picture. We comparing Letterman jackets. Who had the better Letterman jacket?
Absolutely.
We was talking shit back and forth.
You know what's funny though? And this is. I know we got to wrap this up. I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Go ahead.
I was at Lowe's. I went to Lowe's yesterday. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking into Lowe's. There's a guy coming out. He has a hoodie on, and it's a bulldog on it. Right now. If you ever noticed, I did not notice this until this weekend, or last weekend when we was up in Baltimore. I never paid attention to the Bowie State logo. Dude, I was about to hit bro with Aggie Pride, but then as I got closer, I saw 1865, right? And I saw, and when I thought the hoodie was navy blue, it was black. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I was like, oh shoot, that's Bowie State. But I told him, I was like, man, hey bro, I had a good time up there. Blah, blah, blah. He was talking about, saying y'all homecoming, stuff like that. But that was like the perfect little moment for me, because I was about to hit this dude with Aggie Pride so hard, because I saw that daggone bulldog up there, and lo and behold, it was a Bowie State shirt.
Yep.
But I just had to say that real quick.
Well, bulldog did it better. We were first anyway. Y'all stole our bulldog.
Now, it's y'all are technically more legit from a mascot perspective because y'all are the Bulldogs. We are Aggies,
right?
With the Bulldogs. So,
and we're gonna have that on the G-Ho show because y'all gotta explain that Aggie and the Bull. Like, what the hell? That's almost like the Virginia Tech Hokie. Y'all got a turkey as a mascot.
We'll talk about that when we do our show. For sure.
Exactly. It's wild. But, man, it's been another episode of All Shit I'm 40. We had Joe Brickhouse on the horn via AKA satellite, and we just, like I said, we did our CIAA recap. We just had to let y'all know the fun we had. Shout out to Bowie State University. Shout out to the CIAA. Shout out to everybody who organized everything in Baltimore. Shout out to all the DJs, everybody, man. Shout out to Money for the Table, everybody who did day parties, everything. Just shout out for the city, man. It was just amazing. So we're going to be coming back soon. We got another episode coming up. Hopefully it should be a good one, all right? So this is Joe and Gene with All Shit I'm 40. Peace.
Peace.